Acetaminophen. They said to take it after 6 hours, and I don't really need it, but I'd rather take it and not hurt later, you know. So, when people start chatting in the side, I have some stuff to talk about. It's not drama, just for all of you that are digging for drama these days. Oh, wait, that's every day. No drama here. Look at that little thing there. It's a clicker for a camera or your Android for selfies. Who's mounting their camera on a selfie stand far away enough that they need that? I don't get it. I would say I'm taking my channel in a different direction, but I'm not. This channel will stay like it is, which is just randomness of everything. But with me starting my at-home stuff again, hey Harold, and my at-home like sales and flipping things for profit, I'm gonna start another channel. I need somewhere that I can link to a video for my sales, so people can see a video of an item, like on a lazy Susan, like a little Turner. Oh, good. Yeah. Are you getting the single, or are you going to get, well, do you even have a choice? Hey, Lynn. No, there's no drama. No, the face was because of the name. So it's like that, really? No, but there's certain things like this dog, which if I even listed, I don't know if I'm even going to list this glass dog. I want to be able to put it on a video turning so people can see everything on it, and everything else I put up that needs to be seen in that way. So I need a channel for that. I don't want to put it here. So I've got a channel that I'm going to start putting that on. And then Doug said, well, if you're going to have a channel strictly to link to for your items, why don't you start doing thrifting videos? Just, I'll get you a GoPro and then you can wear it when we thrift. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So the channel actually went from just being a place to link to show the stuff that I'm going to sell to a full-blown part of my business. I'm going to take people with me thrifting so they can see what I buy, what I pay, and then I'll list it and they can see what it sells for. Or if they feel like they can't live without it, they can bid on it or they can buy it, you know. Oh, you're not sure, Harold? You're not? Yeah, we thought we were going to get the single shot, but we ended up getting the Pfizer, which was fine. Pfizer was our second choice, so, you know. But yeah, so I'll be doing thrifting and yard sales, showing people basically me starting all over again, because I haven't done the collectibles and the I did the pallets that time, but I'm not doing that. That's not, I may get a pallet from time to time, but that's not what this is about. This is about me buying something for $2 and flipping it for 45, that kind of thing. Like, for instance, this thing, which I don't want to part with. I have a love affair with pottery, with beautiful milk glaze. I call it a milk glaze. I don't know what you call it. It's white. I absolutely love that kind of stuff. This is an absolutely flawless studio pottery art that I paid $7 for. And I didn't mind paying $7 because I really like it. So if it doesn't sell, I want to keep it. I got a letter last Thursday and called my niece, who is a nurse, got hers yesterday, and it's from Pfizer. Really? So I think that looks like a bunny sideways. See his ear? And like a cartoon bunny, kind of like you would see on like Watership Down, the original Watership Down. And he's kind of upright, and there's his head. He's kind of like looking down. So this I consider the bunny picture. I just call it the bunny picture because of that. But this thing is fantastic. I mean, this thing is fantastic. You have to have a love of pottery the way I love pottery. I know so little about it. Doesn't matter. I like it, and I'm learning as I go. Mexican folk art, love it. Love it. I'm finding out that even the newer stuff sells really well. As far as this is like a studio piece, I know that because it's been signed by the person who made it. The name comes out, I can't show you. The name comes out to being a nobody. There's nobody that does pottery with that name that's known. So I know it's just a studio art piece. It's just a piece. Those also sell really well because that is very well made. One day that person who made that may end up being somebody, that's well known. But that piece is beautiful. I found some plates and bowls at the thrift store the other day. I'm gonna unwrap them. They're wrapped up. I haven't even unwrapped them yet. It's 2 bowls, 2 salad/dessert plates, and 3 dinner plates. And I looked at them and went, they're new. And it was the first thing I saw when I went in. I've had them for a while now. Let me undo this. And I looked around for about 30, 45 minutes, something like that, just browsing. And I went back. We were getting ready to go pay for the little bit of stuff we had, and I went back to that shelf, and they were still sitting there. And thankfully, they were sitting on the little middle top piece where the clothing is. That's great, because if they'd have been in the aisle where the bowls and the plates and all that were at, they'd have been gone. Someone would have gotten them. So I found these, and I looked them up. And this pattern, it was put out by a company through Target, believe it or not. I never knew Target dishware. A lot of it sells fantastically. 1 bowl, $15. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I paid, where's it at? I paid $5.99 for 2 bowls, 2 salad/dessert plates, and 3 dinner plates. $15. Of course, I don't have to sell it for that. I'm buying it at a low enough cost that I can cut everyone's throat that's selling this. And when I clicked completed, not completed and sold, if you've ever done the eBay thing before when you check to see what things are going for, when I clicked completed, every one of them were in green. They all sold. One of the salad plates, I think, was $12. The dinner plates can be $20 a piece. I have 3 of those. So I'm not just looking at handmade stuff or old stuff. I'm looking, God, this cat scared the crap out of me. I'm looking at everything. I see price tags everywhere. Everywhere. I've got, Oh, they're in the other room. They're in the spare room. I have three sewing machines. We got one of them for 10, one of them for 15, over like months. Whenever we see them, we pick them up. I told Doug, do you know that these sewing machines sell for a lot and people pay the shipping? We're talking $30, $40 to ship these machines. They're huge. They weigh a lot. But people are paying it. And it's the old ones. The machines are old. The last one we picked up was I want to say it was an Elna, ELNA a computerized one. And it looked like it had been worked on in the stitch, whatever. I don't even know how to sew, so I don't really know what to call it, where the needle is. It had been worked on in that spot because there's a piece hanging off, but it had everything except the power cord. The pedal alone is $35. The replacement spool holder is like 15. So parting these things out, if they don't work, if I sell one part off of that thing, we've made our money back on that one, you know. The other two seem to work perfectly fine. That one has to have a piece replaced. But it is a 1960s Sears something, a Kenmore sewing machine, which I didn't know they made them. This is probably boring everybody, which is why this is all going to start going on a new channel that I haven't started yet. I really haven't had time, or I'm in no hurry, because I still have to get a camera to take good quality pictures. I've already got my backdrops. I've already got my ring light right here, and I've got another ring light here. I got a 10-inch and a 12. I'm going to get one more. This thing is cool. Oh yeah, Kenmore is and was, but they made sewing machines, which I didn't realize. And this amazing thing. This is so cool. It's never been used. It's still brand new. Citronella oil thing goes in the, for outdoors. You snuff it right out when you're done with it. This thing is stunning. This is beautiful. Obviously, this will be going on there as well. I found some stores in the area that throw away massive bags of, hold on, I'll show you. This is just to start because, I haven't bought any of the supplies I'm really going to need. Hold on. They throw away, well, it's citronella oil for outdoors. It's really pretty, like a lawn torch or whatever, a patio torch. I don't know what they call it. This is like foam sheets, and this is good for packing. And it's not really that cheap. So these stores in the shopping center here throw out massive white, like clear bags of this stuff. They just fill it, like when they put out like breakables. The breakables are wrapped in this stuff. So when they unpack all their stuff that goes on the shelf, they just shove all this in bags, tie it up, and throw it out. And I go and I pick it up. It's all in bags, tied up tight, comes in real fucking handy. And it's keeping it out of the landfill, which is awesome. There's some bubble wrap, not much. There's a lot of craft sheets, the craft paper, the brown paper. I grab all that. As far as boxes, I haven't been grabbing the boxes at all yet. That's the kind of thing I'm probably going to use the eBay priority mail boxes, because they got some kind of deal. I don't know. Shipping has changed a lot since I eBayed, like a whole lot when I was eBaying a bunch, not 2016, but years ago, like way back when I first discovered eBay and started to sell. The shipping rates have gone through the roof, where I used to be able to say ship, example, I used to be able to ship a brooch, priority mail, for $2 and change, $3 and change. We'll say that. And now it's like $5, $6. So I've been watching a lot of other YouTubers who flip for profit. They go to thrift stores, they buy it for, $3, $4, sell it for 40. I seen people buy stuff at thrift stores for $5 and flip it for 100 and some. And it's like, and I know they're doing it because I'm following them on eBay as well. I don't want to have, watch these people on YouTube and they're full of shit. And then turns out they're not selling it at all. I follow them on their eBay. So they're making mad money because a lot of times these thrift stores don't know what they have, nor do they care. They get so much stuff. I mean, they get so much shit. They have no one that can just research it. They give it a look over, and a lot of times they'll end up put something in the case, something in the case that's nice that turns out to be either a knockoff or a replica, or, like, we have an entire collection of Beanie Babies. We only want $100. I'm like, you do realize they're like about 50 cents a piece. They're not valuable. There's like a few. But I mean, so you've got somebody back there that's still looking at prices from back in the day. And so a lot of times they don't know what they have. They either want a ton for stuff that's shit, or they want next to nothing for something that's $200. So I bought a mirror the other day. It's been a while now, but anyway, I bought a mirror. We were going to check out. Oh, it was the same day I got these bowls, as a matter of fact, so it's been a little bit ago. We were going to check out. And behind the people that check you out, they have stuff hanging on the walls, art, prints, clocks, all kinds of shit. And they had a mirror. Well, I already got a mirror from up there that's really old. And it's real wood. It's not that crap they have from IKEA now that almost kind of sort of might be wood because there's sawdust involved. I'm talking about actual wood, the shit that nobody wants from their grandma because it's not IKEA and it's real wood. I prefer that stuff. So I got the mirror. It's hanging in the spare room here. It's so beautiful. It's very simple. The lines are simple. It's beautiful. It's real oak wood. And it's a beveled edge. The mirror is. So when we go to check out, and I was paying for that, and I said, can you pull that mirror off the wall so I can look at the back of it? Because you're going to see the age in the back of it. So much stuff these days, like Pier 1, they're good at making stuff look old, and it's not. And you really have to look at it good. A lot of the professionals will say, you got to pick it up and look at it, because if you don't, it will trick you. They are really good at making it look old. So I asked them, could you just pick it up and let me look at the back of it? Sure. They're used to us. They see us all the time. They're very friendly. He picks it up and he hands it over and he flips it back. And of course it's got the old wire hook. I mean, the old wire, not just your grandma's wire hook, the old wire hook, like your great grandma or great great grandma's wire. And the back of it was very telling, because when Pier 1 does it, they don't decorate the back to look old. They decorate the front to look old. This thing took my breath away. And I was like, my first thought, oh, it's an Ogie. Okay. Which is just a reference to the pattern, the style, which makes it very old. 1800s old. So the thing with Ogies is, way back in the day, making mirrors here was not a thing. They couldn't, because the stuff you needed to make the mirror, the reflection part, was not here, and it costed a lot to get here. So they finally started shipping mirrors here from other spots, wherever. When they started making mirrors here, they were very simple lines, basic. Mirrors had a function. They weren't for decoration. They were to look into for whatever. Typically, it was for the woman to fix her hair and the man to shave. That's what they were for. And so there was no decoration to them. They were basic. This is why they were simplistic in the lines. This is probably boring to everybody, but my first thought when I saw it, I was like, this is freaking mid to late 1800s. This is amazing. And it was $5. But when I saw it, I got all this shit running through my head, and I looked at him and I grabbed that mirror and I went, yes, I will take this $5, this $150 mirror for $5. He went, really? I went, I think. I mean, yes, I'm sure that I want it, but I think that's going to be the value of it. The Oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. So anyway, I get home and I get to looking at it a little more. I don't think it's an Ogie now, but it is from like the mid to late 1800s, and it's got the wood plugs on either side where it was on a swivel. And the simplistic lines and everything that I previously thought made it an Ogie style is actually because it was a vanity mirror, not a vanity mirror like women would use to sit down and do their makeup, but a vanity mirror like the mirror in the house where the man stood to shave. It was at a dry sink. You had your dry sinks. A lot of them are just the dry sink with your bowl, your pitcher for your water that you warmed up, that kind of thing. Well, some of the dry sinks that have the stand had a mirror that extended off of them as well. And so I thought that must be it. Well, upon more researching, it ended up being a shaving mirror for men. That's what I'm leaning towards based on the lines and the design and the way it was made, the size of it as well. And it it was the kind that sits on a table. Like it's got its own stand and you can just like move it from table to table. Say you have a dry sink and it didn't have one. Well, then you start doing better in life and you're like, oh, we can afford a mirror. You get your shaving mirror. It's got the drawer underneath where you put your shaving shit, your hairbrush, your comb, your balm, whatever whatever you put in your hair or on your skin. So that's what it was. And it had at some point been removed and was hung on a wall. So it had seen a lot of change in its life, but it has found a home here. It is hanging by my front door and it is fucking beautiful. So, um, anyway, that was a long drawn out. As y'all can see, I'm really passionate about the shit that I'm doing now. I can't help it. I've been enjoying myself. Researching is something I love to do. Everyone who knows me knows that researching is just a passion of mine. I don't care if I'm researching weather patterns or helping someone find a long lost relative or researching a medication or something that I think I might potentially have or someone else might potentially have as far as like an illness. I love researching. And my dad has told the story that I've always been that way. And he said when I was like 4 years old, they kept smelling this horrible smell coming from my bedroom and they could not figure out what the hell it was. And they were like, what's that smell? I don't know. I didn't know. I'm a kid. And just research. It's in my blood, man. But he said they finally found it. It was in the closet. It was a bowl or like a kid's sand bucket, and it was full of tadpoles. And no, it wasn't. It was mosquitoes and tadpoles. And it was like the mosquitoes were swimming around in there, the little wormies. And they were like, "What are you doing? You can't have this crap in your room, Corey." And I was said, "Daddy," he said that I told him, "Daddy, don't mess with them. They're into poopa stage. They're into poopa stage." So apparently I had seen a show. I didn't read it. I was 4, so I mean I think I did read it 4, but I didn't read that good. And I wouldn't have had access to that kind of stuff. But it was in the poopa stage. Mosquitoes in the poopa stage. So researching's just always been in my blood. I think it's just who I am. So I've had a lot of fun learning about how to make money, whether it's with something old or something new. And now I have gotten this thing stuck. Oh, I got it out. Okay, never mind. All right, this thing right here. This thing was made in Portugal. It's beautiful. This is a suturing. I'm going to show y'all this, okay? This thing is beautiful. Don't let me break it. Don't let me break it. It's got a little bit of craising. You can see just a little bit, just ever so slightly. But with it holding hot soup or stew or like shredded beef or whatever you put in these things when you use them, it's gonna have some craising because you just put fucking hot food in it, right? So, look at this. Tell me that I could have walked away from this thing. You'd be a liar. What did I pay for this? I think hand-painted Portugal real. And it's got the number and everything. I think, here it is. I paid $5.99. I paid $5.99. And it was blue tag Saturday, half off. Most everything I got was half off. Or 40% off. So, I have a thing for soup tureens as well. I don't know why. I like them. Mirrors, these clocks, and pottery. It's just, those things just, they just do it for me, I guess. Am I boring you all to death? That's fine. You don't have to stick around. I gotta figure out how to put this back in here now, though. Oh my God, what have I done with my life here? Now, I just had this in here. Here we go. I got it. So, I'm not going to break this. Here we go. Okay. Put it back in the bag. This thing is a stunner. This thing. See? This thing is a stunner. And you can see that it was in a shop. It had a shop tag. But again, doesn't have to be old. And I found it online, and it is worth much more than I paid. Okay. And when it comes to this kind of stuff that really doesn't have a set, like WorthPoint, you can find this on there. The site that tells you what they've gone for in the past, an item at auctions. That is a very valuable subscription to have. I don't have mine yet, but I'm getting ready to. I've got so much shit, y'all. My shelf here is so full. And it's not all old stuff. A lot of it is, but it's not all old. I've got old, I think it's called Kugel decorations. Let me see. Kugel. They're not real Kugel, but they're in the Kugel design. Hold on. Kugel, I'm pretty sure is what it is. It is. And I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100%, but I'd never heard of them until I bought mine. I saw them and I thought, oh, these are going home with me. I got an entire bag of these things, or 6 of them. The teardrop shape. I don't want to go to bed. Shut up. I'm talking about my shit. I got the teardrop. Will, look what I got. Look, Will, look. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? No, this is some shit I've been accumulating for a while because I knew I was getting ready to start my eBay shop back up. Isn't that pretty? If you want it, you can find it on eBay, and then you can come pick it up and save yourself some shipping. Let me see. Where are they at? I don't even know which tote they're in. Oh, when I go to the clearance aisle and when I find shit marked down, I buy all of it. If I, like shit that I think I can resell that doesn't have an expiration date, it's not food, I will sell it. Gonna have to give me one. I don't even know what they are. It's a citronella oil thing for your front porch. Like when you sit outside and the torch lights. Yeah, but you can't have that. I got to sell it, dude. I'm trying to make money. It's my business. It's going to be my income. And hopefully by next year I can have a fucking shop. That's my goal. My goal is to open a shop. You got to buy it. Are you crazy? This is my business. But I saw that and I thought of you and I was like, oh, he's going to want it. He's got to buy it. I got to make my money, yo. I got to make my money. I knew you'd like that. But yeah, if I find shit, Okay, here's a for instance. I do have some food items like, but they haven't expired. They're not even close, but they're like seasonal. I've always had good luck with that shit. The pumpkin spice type stuff, always had good luck when I sold that stuff. I did. I knew you'd want it because it's a rainbow. But anyway, um, you know, so I got Hershey bars, full size bars, pack of six. Six full size Hershey bars. They're cookies and cream. And they have the crunch, the little crunches in them. A six pack of them, $1. I bought, what, 15 or 18 of them? I bought a lot. I just grabbed them by the handfuls and loaded them up in my cart. So I've had them for a bit. They haven't even, they're not expired. They haven't even come close. Um, th- a lot of the seasonal stuff, most of it actually, will expire for its seasonal position in a store before it will expire by the legal terms of a food expiration. So it'll be good for long past the holiday that it's for. I don't know what holiday those were for, probably New Year's. I don't know, but whatever, whatever, they're still good. So those will get sold. Those aren't selling really well, but they're selling, and it's candy bars. Who doesn't like to have candy bars around, especially when you're fatty like me? Of course, I'm going to keep candy bars around. That's what I do. I fuck up my diets. But let me see. Gotta drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. What else? What else? Yard sales are ramping back up, so that's good. When we have the extra money, I got some things I need to pay, but when we have the extra cash, we are going to start going to those. And I might have already talked about this, and the prices do fluctuate, but this right here, like just this roll bar can be sold. Just that one roll bar for like $5. Just that. I can't sell this whole truck. I cannot. It would take forever to sell this, but I can sell the parts. These tires, they're rubber. They're actual rubber. The tires, I take these tires off. A set of 4 tires can go for $30 to $45 for a freaking remote vehicle. So I see dollars everywhere, like everywhere. But the boys messed it up, so it won't even work anymore. The battery's still fine. There's something wrong with the actual mechanism, I think. Plus, I don't know what they've done with the remote. We've looked everywhere and I can't find it. But I've got the charger. Here's the charger. I've got the charger, which I'm going to keep, even though these sell as well. I'm going to keep this because the battery in this is common. And I need to, if I go to a yard sale, I need to be able to charge the batteries that come in the stuff that I have, that I buy, and make sure that they work. And you can usually get these even beat up for like $3, $2, even sometimes $1. This one is not beat up. The body I can sell for probably 40 or more because it's the very desirable black with the sunroof. Basically selling this by itself just like it is, I might make $20. If I part it out, I have well over $100 here. So tell me how I don't know how to make money, please. I'm going to do very, very well. Let's see. I got weighed today at the doctor. My weight is 139. Really? I can't seem to lose any weight. We're getting ready to get insurance because it's starting to look like there's something, I don't know, maybe I have like an unhealthy gut. I've been reading about that. My body will not metabolize food. I just can't metabolize food. I can go walking 3 days a week, drink tons of water. We buy, Will knows, cases of water. I drink tons of water. I drink coffee in the morning into the afternoon, which I'm not packing on this weight over fucking coffee. I eat salads, ridiculous amounts of salads. I'm so I have to constantly change what I put on my salads because I'm so sick of salad. And I love salad, but I just get mad that I don't have a choice, And I'll just throw in the towel and go, give me some fucking pudding. I don't even care at this point because I'll eat good all day long. And then at dinner time, I eat whatever Doug does. I think that's a healthy way to live, you know? And I'm busy during the day. I got my dishes. I got to tend to the dogs, the cats, mop the floor, sweep the laundry. Yeah, it's an average life. I'm not sitting here with a box of Oreos. I don't even buy them. So I'm not like sitting here gorging on shit. I just don't, uh, I don't metabolize. I don't know how else to say it. I looked into some stuff, again, that research frame of mind, and there are things where, you know, you have unhealthy gut and you have to replace the good bacteria or some shit like that. So I'm gonna look into that more. Um, my daughter, she knew I was having trouble. She sees how I eat. I was there for a week. She knows that I eat ridiculously well. And it's almost like when I try harder, my body stops metabolizing even more. And it's sounding like I've got some kind of like gut issues. But I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And I'm sure I'll vlog about that when I find out what it is. But I'm gonna need to be seen by a medical professional, and I don't have any insurance right now. Let me put this up without breaking anything. It's just really frustrating when you do everything right. And I don't feel bad when I go, I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream. It's not that often, you know? And so I don't feel bad when I do that because I know I'm doing everything right. Nobody should have to carry around the extra weight that I carry around because they ate a bowl of fucking ice cream one day after salads and water and walking and daily activity. It's bullshit. So I will take everyone with me on my journey to determine why the hell my body shuts down completely and says, no, fuck you, you're going to stay fat. Because it's getting old. I was blaming it, not like making as an excuse, but I was blaming it as a reason. I thought it was because of the pandemic and I've been in a lot, not very active, but I've been more active. And when I was at my daughter's for the week when the baby was born, I lost some weight. I did good. I don't know what the difference was, but I lost weight and I was like, oh my God, I'm down like 7 pounds. What the fuck? So I was really happy. And I thought I was on a different path. And then I got home, started my regular routine. I do more home than I did there. Started my regular routine, cleaning, dishes, laundry, this, that. Now, see, Holly, thyroid problems is a possibility. I didn't want to jump to that because so many people that are big go, I got a bad thyroid. You know, I didn't want to be that person. But a thyroid issue is well known in my family. Huge. My cousin actually had to have her thyroid removed when she was, I think she was 20, maybe 22. Her thyroid was fucked up. My mother has not had, but has a thyroid issue. But yeah, my cousin had hers removed. My grandfather now, you know, now they look back at pictures of him and they remember things about him, and they're pretty sure he had a thyroid problem as well. And back in the day when he passed away, they didn't look at stuff like that. Eat yogurt and get probiotics. Yeah, I've heard about that too. And I'm going to try probably a little bit everything. It is hereditary. Yes, ma'am. But like I said, I didn't want to jump into that and go, I got a bad thyroid. You know what I mean? You've seen how people will jump right into that. But I mean, I already know I do have a history with thyroid issues. And the last time that I had my thyroid checked was probably when I had my physical. My last physical with my mammogram and everything was 09. So I'm thinking it's been too long and it's time to get it checked again, you know. After my sister got the right meds, she lost weight. Really? I'm going to have to get it checked. I don't know. I'll probably try to find a clinic that does the sliding scale, which there's plenty of those. Very few free ones. They call them free, but you've got to be completely fucking poor with no income. And I'm not that. Um, Holly, can you put a link to your page, to your channel on here? They, I'm trying to see if I know you. I don't know if I know you, but I'm just trying to check you out, and I can't get to your shit. So anyway, oh, you don't? Yeah, I've been slowing down, but I'm picking it back up again. You know, I got a few channels. I got a channel no one on here even knows about, but a few people, where I do something that has absolutely nothing to do with the community that's here, you know. But just my friends know about it. Um, but I thought this would be something that people would enjoy, you know. My videos of going to the thrift store, going to yard sales. I'm going to do recaps and tell everybody what I've totally spent for the day. And I'll follow it up later with what I bought that sold, how much it went for. People will be able to access my eBay store so they can buy stuff if they want. Thank you, Harold. Isn't she adorable? She's the happiest little shit, man. She is so happy. She's just, they're great. They are, those kids, man. I'm trying to pick a favorite. I don't have a favorite. They're so great. They're so great. All of them, all four. And I'm really hoping pretty soon my son will finally get his wife to take the leap and give me a brown grandbaby. You know, she's from Fiji originally, but no, she's from Canada. She was born in Canada. Her family moved from Fiji, but they're Pakistani, Palestinian. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm confused. But they live in Canada, and she's brown. So, and she has green eyes. So the baby's going to be stunning. I'm ready. He's ready. I'm ready. She's not ready. So hopefully she will be. And then I'll have another one. So I gotta get a passport because when the time comes for that one, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I've been there for every one of them. Um, Odessa's the first one that I was not in the room for. Me and Doug, me and Doug have been in the room for every grandbaby when they were born. We were both in the room when Aaron was born, Jack, Kasima. So I really am going to be there when this one comes, if he ever has a kid. But he's getting up there. He's getting to be an old man, my son. He is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 27. Wait, no, he's not. Hold on. Hold on. He's he's 28. I don't even know how old my kid is. My son is 28. He needs to get busy. Chop, chop. Mama wants a grandbaby. And Shane's already talking about another one. The one that just had the baby, she's already talking about another one. She doesn't want to wait too long. Josh just goes, I have a daughter, 28, born in 93. Really? Yeah, my son was born the day before Valentine's Day, so he's officially 28. He turned 28 a month ago. So, but yeah, I think Shane and Josh want a football team, and Josh is like, whatever. I already work all the time anyway. May as well just keep going. I said, you can bring your tribe to live here, and I will help you. It will be my pleasure. And she said, no, I don't want to live in Florida. It's too hot. You get acclimated to that. You do. I fucking love it here. I love Florida. I just cannot imagine. Like when the weather broke, and we had been having a lot of cold days, and all of a sudden the weather broke. And we had this amazing. Now, granted, I was watching a lot of my friends put up pictures of snow drifts, and they couldn't get in their car because the snow had mounded. And I walked outside, and I hadn't looked at the weather on like my phone or anything. And I walked outside, and I could have cried. I was like, I've openly vocalized and said, God, I love Florida. I love Florida. I cannot imagine living anywhere else that doesn't have this weather, palm trees, the ocean, just all the things that heal emotionally, like emotional wounds, or just make a bad day good. Like Doug would, when we were first here trying to get established, I would be having a bad day, just stuff on my mind that was going on back in NC. And we'd jump in the car to go riding, and he would take me straight to the water. And he'd park, and we'd sit and look at those waves just gently rolling up to on the St. John's. And I'd get out and walk, and he would sit in the car and wait. And then when I got done, found stuff like shark's teeth or whatever, got back in the car, and he'd go, y'all better? I'd go, I am. He'd go, all right, let's go home and get something to eat. So, God, he's good. He's good. I also have a 40-year-old. What is FFS? Let me see. Youngest, 26, 2 grands, 7-year-old and a 1-year-old. There's my life. LOL. Oh, married for 37 years. Well, thank you for sharing. So Holly says she's got a 40-year-old. Her youngest is 26. She has 2 grandkids, 7-year-old and a 1-year-old. And she's been married for 37 years. Well, Holly, I have 4 grandchildren. My grandson, Aaron, will be 12 in January. So he's just turned 11. Jack will be 8 in June, not too far. Baby Jack and Aaron, monkey butt. And then there's Kasima, who was born December the 1st. She was born December the 1st, 2017. Wait a minute. Yes, 2017. And then Odessa was born February 25th, just this. So Seema's 3. Odessa's a baby. And I've been married for 29 years in December. December will be 29 years married, but we've been together in July, it will be 31 years. I knew I'd get it. It was there. I knew it. Nothing like the grands. You're right. Grandbabies are, when you see a little bit of you in grandchildren, and I can imagine, because I plan on being here a long time, I can imagine how it's going to feel, because it's like the older I get, the more it affects me to see the characteristics. Like when I saw the characteristics of me and Doug in our kids, it was like, oh, they look like you or me or this or that. And then it was like the person you love and you made this perfect little thing that cries and gets a weeping rash from time to time and pukes down your hair and makes you so tired you can't shower. And it's great. And then you've got the grandkids, and they come along, and like Aaron, people used to say when he was like 4, they'd say, my God, he looks like you. That could be your child. And see, 1 grand looks like my husband. The 1-year-old looks like me. I love it. So cool. Really, that is cool. It is really cool. It's like, this is how it carries over. Well, Jack's dad is a piece of garbage. Thankfully, he's not in Jack's life. He's just a bad person, and he doesn't even try to be in his life. He knows he can't. And I'm friends with Jack's father's cousin. She and I have met. We talk. She sent me some old pictures that she came across, some black and whites. She said, this is Jack's great great grandfather as a little boy. Yeah, it was his great great grandfather as a little boy. It might have been great great great. I don't know. But it was a picture of a little boy. It could have been Jack. So weird. I was like, oh my God, freaking genetics. What the hell? So, I always knew Jack had a little of his dad and a little of my daughter in him, you know. I mean, he looks like both of them. Um, but yeah, people would think Aaron was mine to the point that I put a picture up on my Facebook. I had found a picture of me at 5. I was 5 years old. And wait a minute, I'll show it to you. And it was I did the side by side with Aaron. It's crazy. I mean, like crazy. I was like, holy shit, now. There's a lot of pictures of him up here, so I got to kind of skim through to find that one. I mean, it's crazy. But everyone said, I can't listen to that, Shane. I'm live. And I'm sure I tagged him in it. Why would I not tag him in it? It's him. A picture of him. Olivia! That's my daughter. She's messaging me. Well, maybe I did not tag him. I've shown it before. I'm going to tell you right now. This boy here. I didn't tag him. I could have sworn I did. But anyway, moms and dads live in us forever. Yes. They are inside of us and we are inside of our kids and grands. I tell my kids that all the time. There's this weird thing that I do. And honestly, I swear, if my mother had given me up as a baby and I had never met her, I would do this. Even though I've, you know, she raised me, I've been around her my whole life. She has this thing where she turns her hand inward and lays it on her leg when she's watching TV or just sitting comfortably, and she'll turn her hand. It's just this weird little quirk, the way she props her hand against her leg. And I catch myself doing that all the time. It's very strange. David Guns! Oh, stop. So, it's crazy how we do the little weird quirks that have been passed down. Something about the position of my hand, and I catch myself doing it. And I told Doug about it. And then one day we're riding in the car, and I looked at Doug and went, do you see it? Do you see it? I didn't move. And he looked down and went, you sure are. I was like, does my mom do that, or does my mom do that shit? But it's so weird. It's really strange. But yeah, genetics are, there is a reality to the nature, the nurture, back and forth. You can take someone, I put my finger in my belly button watching TV. You know what? So do I. Maybe we're related. But I do believe that you could probably take someone who naturally is predisposed to be just a psychotic person, and if you're aware of it and you do it correctly, you could nurture them in the direction to help them be aware of it, understand the right and wrong of it, and make the right choices. Too many people that have issues are raised by parents who la 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 la, you know, they don't, nothing's wrong, it's fine, I'll deal with it, without thinking you're not going to be here forever. You can't watch them all the time. One day they're going to grow up, they're going to become adults, and they're going to go on in the world without you. And What did you put in the world? Did you do all you could do, or did you ignore all the signs? Um, Hi, sweet pea. Good. How you doing? But do y'all agree with that? That I mean, you can take someone who has the predisposition because of genetics to really be pretty fucked up. James, my spirit animal. I love you too, James. But you know that. You're such a silly, great guy. Um, oh, I'm glad, sweet pea. That's good. You're off to bed. You have a great night too, Holly. Thanks for stopping in. Um, my eyes are terrible. I can't see. I don't know if I know you or not, but if I don't know you, it's nice to meet you. And if I do know you, nice to see you again. But I really think that there is, and you can take someone who is perfectly, I mean, born genetically with all the emotional wellness that could possibly be needed, this blank slate, this clean white palette to do whatever you want, this nice, soft, pliable mold like putty, and completely fuck them up. I believe that. Um, oh, okay, you have watched. Good night, Holly. Thanks for coming in. Um, but yeah, I do believe if you catch, some child that clearly has things going on, some women should wax their upper lip more often. Not me. The older I get, the more hair I lose. The hair on my arms is even falling out. It's so weird. It's like, where's all my hair going? This is strange. I mean, I had like monkey hairy arms. I always have since I was a little girl. And it's just a family trait, speaking of genetics. And it's just, my hair's falling out. My mom always told me, it's so great when you go through menopause, all your damn hair falls out. You don't got to shave your legs no more. It's like, I don't want to know that. Don't. Shush, weirdo. The moon needs an on and off switch. I don't know what you're talking about, all that. But I gotta be careful I'm not wearing a brassiere, so I'm trying to stay off the camera like that. It's just too tight, and it's late. I just didn't feel like going to bed. What time did I wake up today? I'm not even sure. I think it was, well, before my alarm went off. So I do remember. I do remember because somebody called because they were concerned about my car warranty. So I got up at like 9:23, 9:25, somewhere in there. It's just me and my three dachshunds. And you still got that same RV? Is that the same one? That was the least regretful time that I flashed my boobs, was helping you get money for that GoFundMe. Kipper showed a little side boob, so we got to give her some credit there. Me too, sweet pea. Thank you. And watch when I start the channel. I'll share the link here. I will. We're going to move on away from the bullshit of YouTube, and we're gonna be functioning adults. And I'll share the link, and then that way, if you guys see something you like, you can just go right to my eBay and have a chance to make it yours. I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of competition in the beginning, honestly. It takes a while to work yourself up through the eBay algorithms, you know what I'm saying? Do I still shave in between my toes? No. All that is starting to fall out. I don't really grow hair there anymore between my toes. So that's a blessing. And I had stopped shaving and was waxing so that I could get it all done. Well, I have a brand new one. Remember Hurricane Harvey? Oh, awesome. You got a new one. That's good. That's good, good, good. That's really awesome. The bottoms of my feet, no. I just walk around barefooted on concrete 3 times a week, and it kind of wears it away. pretty much. Trying to think of what else I can show you guys. I've packed everything away so well that it's, oh, let me show you this one thing I got. Okay, so this is a Doug Pride and Joy. Doug has got a real eye for stuff. He's like me, he sees money in everything. I mean, when you're trying to flip for a profit, you cannot be limited to stuff you like and only stuff you like. You have to see money where money is to be made. Just like when I walk my pups to grind the nails down, exactly. So this, I've got most of the, yeah, I got all the tape off. And I've coated it with olive oil. I rubbed it down with olive oil to get it good and clean. It was already clean. It just looked a little dry. How flippin' beautiful is this? It is vintage. It is by a company called Olive Art. And it is a cheese, preserves, or butter container. As you can see from, look, this thing is beautiful. And that's where it stores the knife. And the knife is also marked Olive Art. See, all of this stuff will go on my new channel for my, not just images on the actual eBay, but a link to the item video. I'm all in. I'm all fucking in. This has an inner, see, and I have a funny feeling this is missing a lot of times. An inner container that you can take out and wash. See, there's the interior. This is all carved out of one piece. One. It is olive wood from an olive tree. How beautiful is that shit, right? They do not sell them in the US. I have found one on eBay that sold, and it sold in the UK. Olive Art didn't market any of this stuff in the US ever. I don't even think Olive Art marketed the figurines that they've made out of. Everything that they make is of olive from the wood. When I opened this, it had been taped shut. Not by the thrift store, but someone who had it before. And it left the tape. I could hardly get the tape off. The residue. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So I Googled it, of course, research. And I found out how to do it. It was way easier than I thought. And I cleaned it. It had a little residue on one side, a little residue on the other. To look at it now, you wouldn't even be able to see where. This right here, the only one I found, there were none currently on there for sale. None. The one that I did find that sold, I want to say it went for $37. And it sold out of the UK. 37 American. I paid $2 for this. $1.99 on half off day. I paid $1. I've never sold a used breast pump, so no. Anyway, so yeah, the drama's like not going to happen today. But haters are going to hate, and I'm going to be making money and turning a big profit. It's a big business. And nobody be scared to use your wrench. That's why you have it. And you can just, because, you know, there's some miserable people out there that don't have a life, and they want to drag everyone else down to their misery, and I'm happy. So anyway, I think Elbow sells them. Check him out. I don't think he's sucking all a breast with that pump, though, to be honest with you. But how beautiful is this thing? I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't have a shape, like there's no indentation. None. It doesn't, I beat you to it. It does not scrape off. You didn't want to say it. Oh, I'll say it. I mean, Marshall has boobs, but why would he need a breast pump? So yeah, this is one of the items. We'll put it back in a bag. This will be listed. Cannot find them. And it's not like there's a big rush for these, obviously, but for people who collect olive wood items, vintage butter containers, preserve containers that are fully complete with the matching knife, the insert, everything, you're looking at probably $35 to $45 here. Only one sold and it was in the UK. I have no competition for this thing. This thing is no compete, none. So that kind of shit. Actually, any kind of shit. I'm looking to sell anything with a price, and everything has a price. I'm trying to think what else. What else? I've got some whole pottery. No, I don't got wean. Well, I didn't want, oh, I already saw that. I got some art glass. I have a foil glass bowl. I think I showed it the last time I think. Anyway, that's like a 1960s-ish right in there. Selling things. You still work in Denny's parking lot? No, I quit Denny's parking lot. I couldn't stand being on my knees that much. It was killing my knees. I'm bid on 2 silver 1/20th ounce rounds. Gonna win them tomorrow at 6 p.m. $5 shipping included. You don't know if you're gonna win them. Somebody might outbid you, man. But I hope you win them. Good luck. Everything is put up, and I can't, like, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I don't mess really with the Disney stuff because that stuff is made to collect. Therefore, it was mass produced. I don't touch Mickey Mouse stuff unless it is silver or gold. And I have never come across silver or gold of Mickey Mouse or Disney. I don't touch that stuff. If it is a big demand Disney character figure and I can find it and see that it's in big demand, then yeah. But in general, I don't automatically buy it, you know? Oh, no, I'm not moving. No, I'm selling stuff to make money. I'm trying to, I have so much and I can't remember. I'd have to unpack it. But like everything has a price. Like this right here is a True Fit Smart Harness for your dog. See this right here? It is still in the box. And it is in the most desirable size, which is medium. And it's, you harness your dog into the seat belt. It's made so you put it on your dog and then you put your dog, and it says brand new. It's never been used. I paid $3.99 and it was half off day. I try to do as much stuff as I can either on half off day or when it's that color tag, because that's when you get like you get 40% off if it's like green tag day. Anything with a green tag is 40% off. So this was either half off or 40%. I can't remember. I hate to be a killjoy, but I have to go. I can't keep my eyes open. Have a good night. It was fun interacting on a live stream. Thank you for coming in, Harold. You were the first one here. And I hope you sleep well. But see, everything has a price. You know what I'm saying? And another item here. These alloy bottle cage, they go on a bike. They attach right to a bicycle, so you put your water bottle. You can put it on the back. You can put it right there in the front, whatever. And I got these marked down for 45 cents. 45 cents. They're brand new. I got 2 of them. I think these sell for $12, maybe $15. I can't remember for sure. But they dug by that for you to keep you in the car. Oh, you know what? Don't be fucking mean, or I'll prank call you. So anyway, I got 2 of these. Everything has a price. And my favorite aisle at the Walmart is the clearance aisle. It is. I fucking love clearance. Let me see. Put that back in here. I buy Starbucks mugs, Starbucks tumblers. People pay good money for that shit. I'm not interested. I've never even drank Starbucks, but I'll sell it. I try to buy easy to ship items, but sometimes you just have to make the plunge, like this thing for $7. But like I said, I don't mind that I spent 7 because I want to keep it. I told Doug I'll probably give this an outrageous price because then that way nobody will buy it and I can keep it. But if they do buy it, it's a win-win because we made a lot of money off of it. He was like, you think you're slick. I was like, no, if I thought I was slick, I wouldn't have told you. This is my business, not yours. You go to work, you clock in, you clock out. I'm the boss at my shed. So we got to get our business permit back so I can start going to these auctions. And then when you have a tax ID, a lot of times you can, if they apply the tax ID, you save money. So that's good. But to keep you from jumping out chasing the garage sales. No, because he would be chasing them too. That's something me and him both love doing. We love thrifting. We love the yard sales, garage sales. We both love it. Tiffy got a collection of them. Starbucks cups, yeah, they sell great. They had a series, which they do these quite often where it'll have a location, like Madrid or Utah. I mean, it'll have a location, and if you can get the whole set, because you collect, so people buy them one at a time. Like if they missed it in their area, or they found out about them after 4 of the states were done, and they're like, I want to collect them. Well, you can't get those other 4 states. Got to get them online, or those 4 locations. So they buy them online, and one collection, a complete one of all 50 states, sold for, it was like $900 for the whole set, for all of them. So yeah, there's money in them there mugs. The coffee, who gives a shit about the coffee? I've never had Starbucks, don't care for it, don't want to. Them old farmer ladies in the country buys them. Really? Well, sometimes I'll buy stuff with absolutely no name, no way to trace where it came from, simply because it has a nice, I gotta dust it off, it's kind of dusty, a nice theme, the subject. People like fishing villages, a little desk clock, there's no name. Wait a minute. It says Young, so it does have a name, but it's a sticker. It's not like carved. Nothing special, but I paid 99 cents for this, so it's profit, all of it. And if it doesn't sell, I don't care because I love clocks. So for the most part, I'm trying to go more into art glass and hopefully get my hands on some unknown Murano, some Fenton. I'm okay with Fenton. I'm not a big fan, but I mean, it does well. Fenton does good. Talking about coffee, I've been reading up on how to roast my own beans. Really? I saw something about that a while back. It's very interesting, actually. And the longer you roast it, the stronger the coffee. Some shit. I will not buy a coin that has a sucky theme like US coins have. I like the American Samoa quarter. It's got the fruit bat or some kind of a bat on the back of it. Love that. It's my favorite quarter. I'm pretty sure that's my favorite quarter. That bat is adorable. So there's that. What is Nefertiti? I don't know what that is. I was thinking you were saying Nefertiti, but Nefertiti, what's that? That is why I want to learn how to roast my own to make some strong coffee. Yeah, because you already drink jet fuel, dude. How strong do you need your coffee? Obviously strong, right? Apparently. My daughter and I roasted coffee beans with an air popcorn popper. That is really, that's clever. Did you see that somewhere? Because I've never even thought about that. But it does get hot. That's really, Was it one of those? What was it? A hot air kind? Y'all, you said it was an air because I know I had with the palette that I bought. That's Nefertiti. I see what you're saying. Um, a couple. I'm pretty sure it is. People doing that. I've never seen that. That's really funny. Uh, Nefer Nefertiti. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. Um, when I got my palettes a while back, when I bought those 3 palettes years ago, I had a bunch of poppers, like a bunch. I had so many, and they all sold. I had no trouble getting rid of them damn things. And the kind that's in like a dome, and it has an arm, like a wire arm that goes around and around, and the surface gets hot, and it pops it that way. So that might be a good way to roast beans, is on the circular one. That would be cool. Hi, Blinky. I'm doing really good. I'm doing real good. I could complain, but life is full of little complaints, but there's really nothing that I can terribly complain about, you know? I could, but why? She did. She ordered the raw beans. The air blew the skins right out the top. That is really neat. You still ain't sent Blinky a coin. Oh, uh-oh. Still ain't sent Blinky a coin. Hey, Blinky, how have you been? But yeah. I don't know. Just chitty chat up a storm. I don't know. You could roast as long as you want. I have, I think I have 2 hot air poppers. One of them is in the RV. One of them is stored under the bay. I want to sell that RV. I want to just get rid of it. It needs some work in the floor, in one of the slides. I mean, we could still stay in it, but I mean, it's got some issues. The a spot on the floor and one of the slides. But Doug wants to keep it. I said, dude, we should sell that RV, and buy us a really nice RV and just move back into an RV park. It's so cheap to live that way. My God, it's cheap. He was like, I really like this place. It's roomy. It's paid for. He's like, I really want to keep this place. So like, oh, so too much on my mind, which is not a bad thing. I want to roast the coffee beans over a fire using different kinds of wood, so it will get that smoke flavor also. And you need one of those coffee grinders. Yeah, that's exactly it, Guns. You have to live each day to its fullest. My seat's fucked. You get the most, you get the most that you can get out of the day. I don't ever look at each day and go, I've got to do this. I have to achieve this. But when I get up each day and I see what needs to be done, I don't pressure myself to see more than that. And I get what needs to be done. And if there's any time left over, I'll enjoy some TV shows, or I'll enjoy a movie. I'll watch some videos about thrifting, watch some lottery videos, or I'll do this, which is rare. So, I mean, this is rare. No, I'm not live anymore. I've already logged off and shut it down. You're watching a pre-recorded video. You have grinders, you do. Dan and I like to coupon. I'll cut, I got a bunch of them over here. I got lots of coupons. They're all over here. I'll cut coupons. You're the dumbass asking me, was I still live? And it's still pre-recorded, by the way. It's already ended. So I'll use my Ibotta app and my coupons. Like the other day, I got this deodorant for Doug, and I got one for me because they come in the guy and the girl kind. And I had a $2 off coupon. Wait, I had a $1.25 off coupon. Then I had a $2 back from the Ibotta. So when I got done, that deodorant ended up being like maybe $1.10 for each of us, So this ain't Hollywood Care Bear, LOL. Oh, you better be nice to guns. I'm playing with you, Will. Um, you have to beat anyone. You better snipe them at the very end. Wait till the very last. Just wait till that last second. What was I fucking saying? I was saying something. The deodorant. Talking about the deodorant. Shut up. Why are you so mean? Why are you so fucking mean? So anyway, I like to combine the coupons with the Ibotta app and save a ton of money. And I end up buying brands that I normally wouldn't buy because I'm like, I'm not spending $4 or $5 on the special deodorant. The one I like is just $2 and it's fine by me. So it gives me a chance to try things I normally wouldn't buy. Like I bought Doug this last time. I got him Dove Men Care, which is something that Will usually likes to use. He uses that Dove Men Care stuff. He was commenting on my comment. I know he was, but he's being a butthole about it. I used to love to watch my stuff. Jeff, I used to love to watch my stuff when it sold on eBay back in the day before I met any of y'all, when I was doing it way back in the day. And when the ending came and people would snipe it and it go keep going higher and higher. God, I loved it. Oh, it was great. Oh, it was great. The soap was fucking amazing, right? So I've combined the Ibotta app deals with coupons that I had that were about to expire that day, and made, I think we ended up total saving like $14 on 5 items, 6 items. Now just the Dove Men Care, like 4 items, but then all told, probably 6, maybe more items. We saved a lot more, but we had like a buy one get one free on the Dove Men Care, and then on top of it we had $4 off. So one of them costed us $3 or $2, and then the other one was free. That kind of thing. Sugar gliders. Free so far in my state, bringing Aussies home with the British strain, of course, leaking out. Seeing all Aussie states are stupid. Toe fungus, COVID-19 here. How do these people clip coupons, go in the store? The total is $300, and after coupons, they only pay. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't understand it. And then I'll watch videos where they go, I'm going to tell you how I go shopping, and I spend $2, and I walk out with $140 worth of stuff. And I'll watch the video, and the bitch never tells you anything. She just shows you all the shit she got. And she'll go, I combine this coupon with this coupon, and it's on double coupon day. And then, of course, they have to take the maximum that the manufacturer's coupon says you can take, and it overrides what the store policy is. So then you have to come up and you have to go through the line 3 times. And I'm like, what? Slow down. You know what? It ain't even worth it. I'll do the Ibotta and the coupon. Like, what the hell? It's crazy. You have to buy this many of something, and it's like, what? Some say on double coupon day. I never seen one around here. We used to have a store in Portsmouth, Virginia, when the kids were little, that had double coupon day. And you would end up with a lot of shit for free if you had a coupon as well. A big coupon. And once in a great while, they would take a manufacturer and a store one. And I think they quit doing, I don't even remember what the name of the store was, but it was in Mid-City Shopping Center, which is gone now. It was on Frederick Boulevard. It's gone now. I can't remember what the name of the store was. You wouldn't believe the money Tiffy saves from Facebook grouping. Blinks bingo. That is why I've been staying away. YouTube has become such a cesspool lately. I have avoided it. No, YouTube is amazing. I have found some great communities on YouTube. None of them are at Boyd. Not even one of them. But I have found some really If I'm lagging, it's you, not me. I'm watching it right here and I'm doing fine. I'm watching it on the watch screen as well as here. But yeah, I found some great communities. The rest of them are just armpits. I've got no interest. You know, Boyd was taken over, totally taken over by the drama community, which was strange to me. I didn't think that would ever happen, but there it went. And then if you're here to actually vlog and expand a community and share ideas and stuff, then, the drama thing doesn't work for you. You like, you dodge out of it. Really? Blinky? Yeah, I didn't even know he was still around. I don't watch anybody on there anymore. I don't watch Boyd at all. Like I was just telling somebody yesterday or earlier today, I can't remember. Anyway, that I don't I don't go to anyone's videos. No, nobody's. Nobody's. I do the other communities that I go to, and I don't even interact. I just watch them on the big screen. I don't even comment or nothing. I just watch. I watched a handful of YouTube channels and that's it. Yeah, guns, that's the way I am. Like there are three specific channels that I never miss. I watch and they post every day in the lottery community and I watch them every day. And then there used to be like 7 or 8 that I watched, but some of them were so boring. It didn't matter if they won or they lost. And it dawned on me that it was about the personality. I don't give a shit if you win 5 grand every single day. If you're boring and you're drudging and blah, 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 no personality, or you mumble and you're like, I can't watch that shit, man. I'm like, I can't. So I'm down to three people that I never miss ever. And in the thrifting community, there's one that I watch without fail. And then there's probably 3 or 4 more that I've recently discovered in the last week or two that I watch that because they give good advice on the changes with eBay, about Mercari, because I've never sold on there. The difference, what's worth selling Mercari, what's worth just going straight to eBay. So I'm watching stuff that's actually teaching me about the flipping. And these people are making per day on their eBay per day, they're averaging probably around $2,000 per day on their eBay. On their YouTube, they're monetized, and I don't even know how much they make, but I can tell you they get a check every 30 days. So, recommend them. I can't, Blinky. I would, but I totally keep those communities separate from Boyd. I'm sure you understand. I will not ever share the people from those communities with Boyd. I like those people. Why would I cause a Boyd infestation? No, I don't do that to people I like. Nope. I watched a couple of these dumpster diving channels and amazing what they find. There is a channel that I watch. They dumpster dive, but they also do pallets. They buy pallets. Now, what they do, I thought, are they selling this stuff? But they're not. They get stuff out of the back of these stores that's like brand new. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. And these big corporate stores, and then come to find out, they're donating it. They leave the dumpsters and they go straight to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army and they donate it, all of it. They record the whole shebang. And sometimes they'll find stuff for themselves that they'll like. And say, that is why I don't share the channels I watch. Exactly. Guns understands. Yeah, I like the channels I watch in all these other communities. There's also these professional eaters. These chicks can put down some food. I sit there and watch these women, these tiny little petite women, just scarf down. They break records. They break world records. And I mentioned one of them to my daughter, and she was like, "Oh, I'll watch her on Instagram. She is amazing." I was like, "Oh, you've heard of her?" You know, hi, Rosamia. I'm glad to see you here. And you know what? Feel free to come back. Tim, what? Is that really Tim? No, that is not Tim. Well, if that's Tim, hey. But anyway, so I watched these professional eaters too. And you know what it did? It made me not hungry. I had a thing where I would sit up and watch TV late and I'd munch. I'd have popcorn or chips or a bowl of yogurt with a bunch of fruit cut up in it, or maybe even a bowl of ice cream with some magic shell and bananas. This wasn't a nightly thing, but when I did it, and it's bad, it's really you. Well, then you're really getting a wrench then. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my God, I love you. I haven't seen you in so long. And what was I at? Oh, watching these people eat. And it happened inadvertently. Um, I told Doug about it. I said, you know, I watch these professional eaters that compete, right? The competition people, because it's just fascinating. I'm like, where are they putting it, right? And I said, well, you know, it's had an it's had an odd reaction for me. Do you have the Chrome extension to check channels? If not, I will send it to you. What do you mean to check channels? Send it to me because I don't know what you're talking about. Is Amanda? Stop it, Jeff. So, anyway, I said I noticed about a week and a half into binging on these channels that these people have great personalities. Again, it started off interesting because they were eating all this food and beating guys, competing with men and women. And I'm all down for a strong woman. Y'all know me. I'm like, yeah, a bitch that will rule, yeah. But I said it's had a weird effect. I'm not hungry at night. Literally watching them eat has made me not hungry. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So that was neat. But again, it wasn't even about their eating, it was about their personalities. I watched a couple of other eaters and they were like, boring. Hi, I'm here. I'm glad you're here to watch me. Now I'm going to eat. Set the timer. And it was like, but the ones with personality, just like with the scratch offs, people that play the scratch or do the slots. I do not watch slots, but there's one channel I watch that's a spinoff from a lottery channel. I love watching them on slots. They're great. These two people are fantastic because they have dialogue. They're talking, they're cracking jokes, and it's about, hi, Crystal. Mwah! I love her too. It's about the personality. If you've got a crappy person, I used to watch this one guy that scratched, and he spends boatloads of money every single day. He'll spend anywhere from $200 to $450 per day. And he started getting arrogant and cocky and then shitty. Like if he didn't win on a ticket, he was whiny. I'm sitting in their living room watching it on the TV. And of course, I don't comment because you can't comment through the TV. You got to go log on with the phone and all that shit. And I was like, I can't even, everything that I liked about watching him just went out the door. I'm vibed all off from this guy, right? So I told Doug about it. I said, I don't like watching him anymore. He was like, I thought that was your buddy. You love watching him. I said, I told him what happened. I was like, I can't. His personality went down the shitter. I can't do it. So I'm watching a variety of different themed videos with a subject, a topic. but it ends up not really being about the topic at all. And I noticed that. I got your message. Thank you, Guns. Um, I really haven't seen Amanda in a long time, Tim. Totally wondering if the Brian dude still has that fancy pool table. Um, so I guess a lot of y'all can understand. You'll be into somebody, but as soon as their personality changes, you realize you're not watching what they're doing. You actually were drawn to their personality. And when their personality sucked or got hateful or just negative, um, it ruined it. I watched him for a little bit more, but I did it begrudgingly. And I just wanted to, because I was so used to watching him. And I was like, he's worse. I'm going to say something because he's worse and worse and worse. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to say nothing. It's not worth it. It's really not. I mean, but he's got like people, they're members in the Patreon thing as well. And he's making crazy money to the point he was able to quit his job. And it was right after that. It was right after he said, you know, y'all have made it possible for me to quit my job and this, that, and the other. And it was within a week after him saying that, if not days, that his whole personality changed. And I was like, oh, this went to his head. This is not the same guy I've been watching for months. You know, it's not him. So I watch Carpo for philosophy, be wise. I don't know who Carpo is. I read to be wise. I read other people's experiences and make sense of them from my point of view. And wisdom is not something you can be taught. You kind of have to look at, like, we can both look, like you can get me, you, and 10 others in a room, and we can all read the same story that someone shares, and we all come out with a different fragment of wisdom. We don't all pull the same thing. Kind of like we watch these videos on YouTube, and some of the people will go, yeah, just having a bad day. Some people will go, yeah, good for him or her, you know, needed to be said. And some are like me and goes, yeah, that's kind of not what I was here for. I don't really care for this. I stay away from Boyd, and I am getting wiser. Good for you, Guns. You were never a dummy. So don't get too wise. Your head get too big. I don't know who Carpo is. I don't. You're 55, Blinky? I will be 51 in November. And I don't mind. I don't mind. I love autobiographies from wise folk too. I love documentaries and biographies. And when it comes to books, I love true crimes and biographies. Love them. I will catch myself. I used to do this. Not that I hate Johnny Carson. Obviously, who could hate him, right? Lady fell. But I would watch Johnny Carson and just like everyone else to see who he was going to have on. And then I got older. I started having kids, and I came across a biography. Someone had thrown out books, a box full of them. My kids were little, and I thought, who is throwing away books? Someone put their heart and soul into these things. This is what someone created. You know, someone made this. They felt it. When you write a book, you write it because you feel it, you know? And well, in my opinion, most of the time, and whether you feel it and it's wrong or you feel it and it's right, someone will be out there to share that opinion. Well, one of them was a biography about him, and I read it. I never thought about Johnny Carson one way or another, but after reading that biography, I was fascinated. I was like, so I started trying to read biographies about people that either I did not like or I really didn't have an opinion about. Not Boy Prez anymore. Who? F that. Who was the Boyd Prez? You know, Boyd never had a Prez. And anyone who claims to be the head of Boyd is the biggest dumbass. You just granted yourself the biggest dumbass award. Boyd president. Sad. Sad. Yeah, no. You are not befitting of Boit Prez. You're so much better than that. So much. Corpo just uploaded this video. Fuck pharma and fuck US healthcare. Fuck you, Series 5. LCD thinks he is and Godfather. Well, I mean, it is LCD, you know. I mean, you know how he is. You know, people with small lives find big success on a small internet platform. That's what they do. I'm seeking success through making money off the shit that I sell on an internet platform. Totally different. I don't care if people know who I am or give a shit about me as long as they buy my stuff and they're happy with it. I declared myself that a couple of years ago in a coup. No, you know better now though, right, Blinky? You do know better. There was a time we all made that crack. I mean, I never did, but I'm saying people that make cracks about Boyd, you know, and how fantastic it was. It was good for a while. It really was. It was pretty good. Yeah, small. People with small little existences in the real world find their fantastical whatevers on the internet through social media or something. You're going to sell blown out flip-flops. Speaking of blown out flip-flops, these, I don't really go anywhere. And when I do, I wear tennis shoes. But I wear these around the house, and the dog nibbled. When I go to bed at night, she nibbles on my shit. And they're foam. It's a cushion. This is a top quality fucking shoe, right? And she just loved it. Sasha just loved it. And I didn't know which dog did it. I figured it was Saucy because the bites were small. It was just a little at a time. Yes, they are. They're called thongs. They sure are. I've heard them called toe thongs. I've heard them called foot thongs. But then when they pooped, I noticed that Sasha had little fragments of cushion foam from my shoe in her poop. And Doug was like, you know, you can throw those away now. I'm like, I know that I can't because they have really solid soles. I mean, they're thick. These were not cheap. And they're cushiony. But the dogs will be dogs, you know. So, yeah, when it comes to a blown out flip-flop, and I ain't getting rid of these. These are fine. I wear them around the house. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I wear them around the house. But, what you mean fuck Boyd now? Fuck Boyd a long time ago when Boyd sat on the sidelines and let it be taken over. Fuck Boyd way back then. Way back then. Bye, Boyd. I bought a new pair of is that Ariat? Cowboy boots. I've been in pain for weeks. Never had to use a hammer in baseball to break in boots before. Oh, Blinky said they look like mine. Really? Are yours like that? You got a dog too? It works though. I can't wear those. In the house, I am barefoot. Never wear shoes in the house. I have some mucklucks. The muckluck slippers, that the booty type that have the little loose ankle. And I can throw them right in the washer and right in the dryer. And a lot of times these types of slippers, after a few washes and dries, they start falling apart. And they've got the rubber sole. These things have been fantastic. So I'm fixing to look online for another pair. Because they sold out of them at the Walmart. So I'm going to go online and get a pair. I have black ones right now. Love them. So soft. So comfortable. 2 cats. But yeah, blown out flip-flops. I was trying to make a collection of all of my blown out flip-flops, and about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I was cleaning and I found them all shoved between a shelf and a cabinet on the floor. And I just went, this is bullshit. I threw them away. I was like, I'm not saving these anymore. I'm not doing it. I had a plan for a video, but I was like, yeah, that plan's long dead. I'm not even interested at this point. I wear stuff till it falls off my body. You should see my jeans I'm wearing. I'm the same way. I mean, I'm not a shopper, you know. I buy out of basic need, like a requirement, not a want. I very rarely purchase out of want. I don't really want anything. There's really nothing that I want, you know. And if I need something, Doug gets it. So I only had a couple of my pups chew up my clothes. It's nice to see you again, Corey. And it's nice to have you and a lot of you people, you friends, longtime friends from back in the day on the side chat. It's really great. You are a hunter. Who's the hunter? If Crystal says you're a hunter, believe her. I tend to buy secondhand. I don't buy secondhand, and there's a reason. Not because I don't like secondhand clothing. I honestly can't find much in my size. It's like everyone who donates around here is slim. And I have to literally dig. I have to dig. I mean, and the racks at a thrift store go on forever. And Gunn says he's a shoe whore. Corey, you are a hunter, not shopper. I'm the same crazy, non-girly. Yeah, not girly. Don't care for it. If I need to be girly, I will, but I'm not trying to impress anybody, so I don't really give a shit. I can't find any of my plus size clothes in good shape. That's the bad thing. When you're heavy and you donate your clothes, they've already been worn the fuck to death. They're worn out. I don't want someone else's worn out lint ball covered clothes, you know, because when you're big, you wear clothes hard. You do. You're hard on clothes. That's just any big girl that sees this video, comment in the comment area. You know what I'm talking about. You wear fucking clothes hard. And so it's hard to find donated. Now, if I wanted to buy them secondhand off the marketplace where somebody was selling them because it's in good shape, but it's hard to, and you want to trash it on, you know? You don't want to just go, yeah, I want to buy that. Let me pay you. And then I'll come. I got to trash it on. You know, like if I find something that fits up here, it doesn't fit down here. If it fits around my ass, it's baggy around my waist. If it fits around my waist, I'll never know it because I can't get it past my ass. That's my dilemma with the way I'm built. I mean, I'm built like a woman, just everything is exaggerated. All of my curves are super exaggerated. So, you know, I got to go to like an urban clothing store. And I don't wear that kind of stuff. That's not my style of clothes. If I go to an urban clothing store and they happen to have plain, simple capri jeans, no graffiti design, no gold rings hanging off of it, you know, none of that urban stuff, I will get them. Super rare, very rare to find them. I'll buy nice guys' clothes from op shops. Corey, we have a 3-hour glass figure. You're right. You are right. Spot on. Friendly pest. Oh, yeah, Jeffy. Crystal, that is so cool. It really does help people. Let me know if I can help you with anything. David, I'm expanding my herb biz and experimenting with the happy herb, making pain relief lotions, etc. Was thinking of you. There was a lady trying to sell us some at a yard sale the other day, and it was $40 for a little canister, about that tall, about that big around, of some type of hemp cream. Or CBD, sorry, CBD cream. I tend to get oil paint on my jeans. I mean, if I mess up my own clothes, that's one thing. But when, you know what I mean by like Urban Outfitters, like City Trends or Rainbow, those stores in the US, I don't know if y'all have them there, but it's not my cultural style, you know. I don't wear that stuff, but those are the clothes that fit me. So I just go without, and I wear a lot of yoga pants. And I do my best. I do what I can. Crystal, Australia is a nanny state. We can't have stuff that's good for us. What? Come on. Ooh, wah, 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 wah. Crystal told me her 3-hour glass figure. That's funny. I'll never forget when I told Doug. I used to tell him all the time, I'm big boned. And one day he just got real sassy. This was years. This was way back. Our kids were little. He got sassy and said, yeah, you got some big meat wrapped around them big bones. I beat his ass. You son of a bitch. He was dodging. I was like, I can't fucking believe. You know what? You ain't getting none tonight, you piece of shit. He was like, what? It was just a joke. I was like, no, I see how you are, mofo. The growing weeds a slap on the wrist in my state. Really? It's getting better here. It's not as bad here. I still don't do it. You know, the weed and everything, I don't do it. But if they legalized it for like recreational, that I could safely do it, I would do it. David, I will be calling. I'm doing hospice care for my uncle we have his pain control with a combo of CBD strains, no narcotics, and he can be lucid. Such a gift. Oh, that's good. Well, that's good, Bleaky. I think everyone should be able to personal grow for personal use. I don't see no problem with that. I mean, it grows out of the planet anyway. You know why? Why does the government always have to have their hands in every damn thing? Oh, Blinky says, fuck the government. That's how I didn't even read that when I said what I said. Crystal, that is great. Taking those pills are not good. I agree. Like I took an acetaminophen just a little bit ago when I started this stream because of my shot. I had gotten my shot today. Taxes. I reconnected. I didn't know I disconnected. I guess I did disconnect. It's like we've got so much of this left. Not as much as I thought we had, but and then at the Walmart, people were buying this about 3 weeks ago, and they were buying it from the big displays and on the aisles where you would expect to find this stuff, right? This wasn't from there. This was from the dollar store. But anyway, I did get the shot. I absolutely did because I want to go see my mom and dad. I went today. I did a video about it. We got to go back on the 20th for round 2. I recorded it. You weren't supposed to, but I propped my phone and I recorded it anyway. Don't tell me what to do. That's what I say. And thank you all for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And if you haven't thumbsed it up yet, please do, to counteract my haters. They hate me so much they can't stop watching. But anyway, when I don't like somebody, I just don't watch them. That's usually the way it's supposed to work when you're an adult. But me and Doug were on the office supplies aisle, and your parents are dead. See, yeah, my mom and dad are still around, but they live out of state. A lot of people and tell them I got the antibodies test, but you really can get the antibodies test at the grocery store down the street. They had in the office supplies aisle, we were trying to find a scale. I need a postal scale. And I said, well, if I can get one from Walmart for cheap for now, that'll work, you know? And they didn't have any. They were completely sold out of them. So Doug, he pointed to the shelf and was like, look. And they had big bottles of this stuff. And me and him were pretty sure that with everyone being so confident that this virus is under control because so many people are getting the shot. And then you have the others who think that there's some type of microchip in the shot or some shit. There's going to be another round of this stuff. I really believe it. At least I feel like there could be. So I want to be prepared. So they had these big bottles of this shit for 50 cents. And so we bought a lot of them. And we're not selling those. I still have Clorox wipes from the beginning of all this because I bought the shit out of them because I knew that this was going to last. When they said, oh, it'll be over by spring. Oh, it'll be ending by midsummer. This will be completely gone in the fall. I remember when all this began and they're talking about, oh, it'll be gone in the spring. I said, let me buy these Clorox motherfucking wipes. And I bought so many. I still have some from a year ago. I kid you not. I had a stroke just today. Germany's put it on hold because of the blood clots. Yeah, they have to find more research. If that's the AstraZeneca, that's the one they put on hold because of it. And it's still too new and they really don't know if there's a connection or not. Are you going to take the shot when you can? Me, I got the shot today, and I got to get my second one on the 20th of April. I just feel better knowing that I'm closer to going to see my mom and dad. I haven't seen them in a year. And my dad's had a couple of medical issues just in the last few months. And I've been like this, God, please bring the freaking age down. Bring the freaking age down. So last week when they brought it down to 50 and older, I was like, nah! Doug came home and was like, guess what starts next Monday? I said, what? He said, 50 years old can get it. I was like, you're kidding me. I jumped on that thing and got our phone call. We got in the line for the phone call and got our appointment lickety split. Today we went up there. Our appointments were at 5 and 5:15. They took us both at the same time. We filled out the paperwork. They sat us down. We filled out the paperwork. She gave us the card and the paper. We went to the next table. The guy gave us the rundown on everything to expect. Took the paper, gave us our card back. We went down. They sat us. The lady explained what was going to happen and what to do afterwards. Gave us the shot and off we were. We had to wait for 15 minutes and a little longer, afterwards for any side effects in a big room where we were all spaced apart. And dum, 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 bam. It was that quick. I was impressed. I was like, they are rolling shit out here like fast. So, Mud Flap. Hey, Mud Flap. Yeah, I don't know if my daughter's going to be able to get hers. She's got a blood disorder where her blood doesn't, her blood count, her platelet count. Is it platelet? Am I getting that wrong? Anyway, what she has requires her to go get medically, she gets a platelet transplant or something, white blood cell count or whatever it is. But she doesn't clot like she should. Right now, her numbers are good. Well, she said they are. But I don't know that she's going to be able to get the shot. Are they dead? Or who dead? Oh, 3 million Americans haven't turned up for their second shot. Why? Are they dead? Oh, Blinky, don't assume that. Some people just feel good that they got one and they don't understand the science, so they just disregard the second one. And I have a couple of friends who have not gone back for their second. Just a couple of friends. So I know it's happening. People just aren't going back. But no, they're not dead. I haven't heard it. I'm not going to even assume that. I've heard nothing about them being dead. So, there have been some scary shit in Michigan with the vax, but my out-of-state friends haven't heard anything. I have not, like a lot of my friends are in that age group, 60 and older, and they've gotten the shots the shots. And now see, a lot of people want to get that Johnson and Johnson one because it's one shot. We wanted to, but we got what we could. I I'm happy with the one that I got because Pfizer had their shit together and they produced their shot without taking a penny of the government's funding for it. When the government was funding these pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer was like, don't need your money. We've already got it set up. We've already got it together. As soon as this shit started, we were in our labs. We got it together. And I'm thankful that the government cut a lot of the red tape that they normally applied to medications and to vaccinations. I'm so glad because people were just dying too fucking fast, man. There were just too many of them. No mud flat. Mine's 50 and older. I lost one client to COVID and 2 to the vax, so I'm leery for sure. You lost 2 people to the vaccine? I haven't heard of anybody dying from it. I mean, if somebody gets a shot for something and then they have a seizure and die, that doesn't mean that the seizure was because of the shot. They could have just had a seizure. They would have had it anyway. I remember more than one time, how do I put it without talking about the actual incidents? More than one time, something happened in my life. And I remember saying to Doug, I'm so glad we didn't such and such, because I would have automatically assumed that happened because of that. I would have automatically thought this was a result of that. So I'm glad we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. People are going to automatically assume like 2 people had a seizure out of 40,000 after getting the shot. They've never had seizures before. Maybe they did and they didn't know it. Some people have seizures in their sleep. That I know for a fact because of my daughter. 2 clients, but remember, mine are older, 60 plus. Yeah, there are going to be incidents, and I'm not going to say I'm completely defending the shot, but you have a higher chance of dying of COVID or having long-lasting effects from the side effects if you get it and survive than you do of dying from it, from the shot. So I'm willing to take my chances on the shot. I really am. And I know it's a personal choice, and not everyone's going to make the choice that people think as a community it should be made. And there are people out there spreading these ridiculous conspiracies with absolutely no science to back it up. But and some people are basing it on the fact that they don't understand the science to begin with. So there's reasons all around. But I'm going to do my part and say, here's me getting the shot. I got the shot. I have my reasons too. I'm as proud of my reasons as those people are of theirs. The guy who shoved a cake in Bill Gates' face years ago, damn it, he was American. What the fuck? Didn't he put a bullet in his face? I have no idea. That's kind of the same way that someone dies in a car wreck and because they tested positive, they listed as a Rona death. No, that was, no. I know what you're talking about. And what that was very poor bookkeeping. They were required to report that they had it. But they were also supposed to put that divide in there that showed the cause of death not being it. That was a bookkeeping issue. That was no conspiracy. They were scrambling to do that so fast that the bookkeeping part just got fucked. But they did correct it. It's been fixed. I know it, but I know what you're talking about. And that kind of pissed me off too. I was like, why are they doing that? Because it was legit. I mean, it was showing up. And then they explained that they were so on top of trying to get people well that the bookkeeping part and the documentation just took a back seat. So we don't know that, Corey. Neither shot or COVID been around long enough to say. See, again, this is just based on what I've read and seen. You know, that's all I can say. And I'm not going to judge anybody for theirs any more than I want to be judged for mine. I made the choice to get the shot. I am excited that I got the shot. I am appreciative that I was able to get the shot, and I was nervous to get the shot. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't so bad off that I didn't strut my fat ass in there as fast as I could to get in that line, though. I was not hesitant, not even for a second. My sister caught that shit. My other sister caught that shit. My niece caught that shit. My nephews caught that shit. I mean, you know, it's like enough of my family caught that shit that I know it's real. So the antibodies go away after a while. So, I mean, you must have just had it. And Jeff, when you said you have herd immunity, the last time I did a stream, it is impossible for one person to have herd immunity. That's why it's called herd immunity. It has to be like a bunch of people. A single person can't have it. America, we still have choice. Our body's our choice. That's what I'm saying. It's totally, which is why I've chosen to continue to wear a mask, because even though I can catch COVID, because I'm going to be fully vaccinated, my symptoms either won't show up at all or they'll be mild. And I'll still be able to give it to someone who has not had the shot and who will have the symptoms and could die. So I'm going to continue to wear my masks, probably for a very long time, a year, maybe more. I don't want to be responsible for killing anybody. I don't. They say the antibodies are the same antibodies as the vaccine. I don't know. I don't agree with the shot, but I don't judge anyone if they want to get it. It's their biz, not mine. Well, I know that the shot is not a live vaccination, and it's a method that's been around for 15, 20 years. It's a method used to fight cancer cells. It causes cancer cells to turn on themselves, or something to that effect. It makes the body stronger against those cells. It mimics the cells rather than actually giving you cancer. You already have cancer. It just tricks your body into thinking you have more of it, so you'll get stronger. So it's not an old method. It's been around a long time. So it really frustrates me when the media comes out and goes, this is brand new. Nobody knows anything about this method. Really? Actually, they know a lot about it. Go Google. You got this thing on your computer called Google. Go look at some of the articles from 12 years ago. Not in Australia, Crystal. I'm on disability, and our PM let it slip 6 months ago. That will be cut off. Oh. Oh, wow. Jeff, you are warped. Dude, you're so warped. Why are they cutting you off? What's the deal with that? This fucking chair, man. I need another chair. The hydraulics on this thing is just, it steadily just goes down. Then I gotta pump it back up. I may be warped, but I'm in great health. Go like a doorknob in the men's bench. Yeah, I may be fat, but I'm in good health too. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't stress. I don't let myself stress. I refuse to be stressed. I mean, because there are times in life where, oh, if you don't take the shot, so they're trying to force you. Yeah, you live in Australia. Yeah. You say they wouldn't do that here. I remember seeing, this is just a brief little thing that came to me tonight. You know how you hear all these people going on the news and saying, you don't need to force people. We don't need regulating. People know, they know how to do the right thing. They're adults. They'll do the right thing. People know what they need to do. They'll do what they're supposed to do. They don't need the government to force them. I keep hearing this. And I'm like, yeah, we don't need regulation. Yeah, because people do the right thing all the time. Even with regulation, they always do the right thing. Sure. Well, so then I go into a store to pick something up. Doug ordered something. I had to go in to pick it up. And I'm walking in and this lady's on the phone, just chatting up a storm. There's a dance studio right next to it and a karate studio on the other side. So I'm thinking she's from one of those, right? Like her kid's in one of them. And I get what I got to get. I'm talking to the chick that works there. Chat, chat, chat. Told her I'd gotten my shot. And I go to leave. And I'm walking slow because I'm carrying what I went in to get. And the woman said, I don't think me and Brittany are going to get the shot. She said, it just depends on, if the airline requires it. If they don't, we're not going to get the shot. There's no need for it. Clearly, we don't need regulation. They are only going to get the shot if it's regulated. So that kind of just, and I got in the car and said, you're not going to believe what I just heard. And I said, you remember how they're always going on the news saying people don't need to be regulated. They know what they need to do. People are mature. They know what to do. They do the adult thing. And then you can give them science and then they can jumble it up, throw it in the air and go, silly, silly. There's microchips in them, their shots, And I told him about the conversation I heard the girl having on the phone. I said, there you go. She's only going to get the shot if it's regulated, if it's mandatory. He went, that pretty much settles that argument. Why, yes, it does. Me, I'm like, I'm getting on an airplane. I don't give a fuck if they require the shot or not. I'm getting on an airplane. I'm getting the shot. I don't know none of these mofos. I don't know where they've been, what they've touched. If they're asymptomatic, I don't know. I'm not taking a chance. When I went to, because the planes are freaking crammed. My son had to travel for his job. I think he's done now. I think he's already gone back home. But he had to leave to go somewhere to this energy plant or a gas facility out in the middle of nowhere in Canada. So he had to fly. He said they were elbow to elbow. And he sent a picture to Shane. She forgot to send it to me, but she said, Mom, it is like a sardine can. It was bad. He had on 2 masks. He was like, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane that they're cramming all these people on these planes, right? This was about 2 weeks ago. But I went on a train, but they literally, one person to each 2 seats. One to each 2 seats. And they let you pick your seats. I was glad for that. I was so glad for that. Hurry back, Blinky. Still turn on my clown for family entertainment, though. I got routines. He's got skills. He's got game. He's got scripts. I just can't look at life through a conspiratorial eye. It's like, I don't know. I can't make sense of conspiracy theories. I've tried. And I'm like, who has too much time on their hands? Who is it that likes to feel like they have some kind of inside scoop that the rest of the world isn't privy to? And it just hurts my head. I can't. I can't. And none of it makes sense. And if you have an argument with someone, or I'll say a debate, back and forth with someone on Facebook or wherever in a group about it, and you point something out, rather than them answer the question that they have no answer to, they get mad and go, whatever, I'm not going to answer you, snowflake. You don't understand. You have no clue. I've been watching. I've been reading. I'm like, oh, you're one of them. You have an inside scoop that no one else has. Gotcha. You've got some type of deep government insight. Yes. Yes, but you're on Facebook like 12 hours a day. Okay. Yes, the government leaked all the information on Facebook to your buddy that you went to high school with. Gotcha. Hmm. That's still wrong. There is still no proof you will get it easier from a vax or non-vax person. They can't know. I mean, how can they know? But why would you take a chance? It's up to you. Why would I take a chance? I won't. I refuse because depopulation. Nope, it is not the quickest vaccine development in history. It's the quickest vaccine approval. That it is. Well, the water in plastic bottles didn't work. I think that was just money. I think that was big, big money coming from the plastic people, the chemical people, like Dow, them, and these companies that make plastics. They line pockets just like big pharma. They line pockets and things get slit through. They just ignore them. That's like when they say the red dye in meat. I don't know if it's like this in Australia, Blinky, but here, you see, a nurse in Australia had the shot, then got COVID. You can get COVID with the shot. They don't say they can prevent you from getting it at all. That is, they haven't been able to develop that. That's what they tried in the beginning, but they just couldn't. So the best they could hope for was to make your body strong enough to fight it if you get it. That's all they could hope to do. Kind of like the flu. You're going to get the flu. There's nothing to stop you from getting the flu. But if you have symptoms, they're mild. Same idea. No big deal. I mean, it's the same idea. But anyway, what was I just saying? Oh, in the United States, like when you buy meat, like steak, like beef, in the grocery store, it's bright red. It's this red, beautiful, and people are like, oh, it's turning brown. I don't want that. Well, why would you buy it if it's red? Because in my experience, when something dies, it starts to turn brown. It's starting to rot. It is no longer alive. So they use that red dye. Now follow me because this is true. You can look this up. Oh, see, Blinky, that's where we're not the same. I don't think all politicians are crooked, and I don't believe in God. So I just try to do what's right while I'm here. It doesn't have to be based on anything or anyone. But the steaks and the beef that you buy is red, and it should not be because it's been dead for quite some time. It's been dead for a while, but nobody wants to buy brown meat. So what do? They inject the meat with a red dye. It's the same red dye that they use to give cancer to rats in labs. I'm not kidding. It's like red number something, and I don't remember what it is, but it's that same red dye. And the FDA approved it being in our meat. Now, why? Why? Because it's safe to be consumed in moderation. Now, if you eat meat, if you're a warm-blooded American who's a red meat eater, how many of you actually eat red meat in moderation? Yeah, if you eat it in moderation, how many of you do that? Most people that eat red meat don't eat it in moderation. They eat the shit out of it. So, okay, so Crystal, do you see what I'm saying about the red dye that they put in meat? That's why when you find these local farms, and they have like a butcher shop or a butcher service connected with the farm, you have to come in that morning to get the meat, and there's usually not a lot in the display. There's only a little bit. There's only a couple of pork chops. There's only a little bit of ground meat. Usually it comes in the big slabs of meat, and then he'll prepare it how you want it. You can go in and say, I just want a half of that, and could you grind, I need it ground. Because they're not doing all that shit to it. They just slaughtered it the night before or that morning at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So this stuff has been prepared fresh. And they're hard to come by. In NC, they have a few. It's usually, I live in Monsanto Central. Ooh, 65 grams of protein a day wherever I get it. One a week, maybe. See, right. Some people barely eat red meat, but look at the ones who eat red meat 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. They'll eat it in the afternoon for lunch. They'll have a burger. They'll go home and have steak, or they'll go home and have a roast. Deep maroon is true fresh meat color. Right, but we know that the stuff we're buying at the grocery store was not just killed in the back room 20 minutes before we got there. It's a simple study. You lay out a slab of meat with nothing done to it, and then you lay out a slab of meat with the red dye, and just time-lapse record it, So I do understand the whole, there are aspects of what you guys are talking about that is absolutely right where I'm at with it. But it's based on the fact that the FDA literally approved that particular red dye in moderation. Whatever. So I don't do a lot of red meat because of that. Before that, I didn't give a shit, and I was a vegetarian for 10 years, long years, and I was fine with that. And then 2019, I started eating meat again, and I just didn't stop. Still do. I don't eat it as often as I did before I quit eating meat, but I still eat it, Right, Crystal, being an artist, if you do anything that's creative, it keeps you sane. People need outlets to, you know what I've noticed? The meanest folks are the least creative ones. Now that you talked about that, people that are hateful, they're not creative. Halal, yeah. Halal, see, in America, we pray, well, not me, but people pray over their meal that they're about to eat. And with halal meat, because my son eats halal meat, that's all he eats, they pray over the animal as they kill it. Like, thank you, God, or Allah or whatever for this blessing as they kill the animal. And it's fresh. It is fucking fresh. My son goes to the meat store, the meat markets there. It's halal. In other words, it's meat that's been blessed as it was killed. And it's fresh. Halal. It's a Middle Eastern thing. It's a Muslim thing. They lost their connection to source, makes them crazy. Yeah. I mean, if you're creative, you have an outlet. Like I say, America, most of the world prays over food that's been cooked and prepared, and they bless the food they're about to eat. Whereas Muslims bless the food as it's being killed as a living thing. And that's what it is. They also drain all the blood, and it's very clean. Yep. My son is an honorary brown person. That's what it says. He would go to this meat market. He went to this store. He had to install the security system there. It was like his first month on this job that he had when he hadn't been there for long. And so he remembered the owner from doing that. And when his father-in-law sent him up there to get, it had been like a year since he had been there, not quite a year, but his father-in-law had sent him back up there or something to the market to get some stuff. And the man remembered my son for being the one that installed all the stuff for the security. And then when he realized who he was buying it for, he went, "Oh, you know him?" He said, "Yeah, that's my father-in-law." He went, "Your father-in-law?" And he comes from around the counter and, "Oh, you don't pay." He starts scribbling out the bill and he starts writing down a cheaper price. He was like, "They cut that price in half, boy." when they knew who I was with, who I was there with. He was like, I'm an honorary brown person, yo. So halal meat's not cheap. No, not cheap. And it's also done as painless and in peaceful surroundings, makes a huge difference in energy and meat. Yes, ma'am. And then you've got cultures that think the more terrified the animal is, the better the meat tastes and it's more tender or some shit. So they terrorize the animal and they prod it and they abuse it before they kill it. It just, cultures are strange. Their cultures are, and every culture is strange to the others. Just weird. I just look at the overall spectrum and think cultures in general are strange. You know, we have loudspeakers on the combines here so we can bless the wheat as we harvest it. Oh, you're so full of shit. And it's also, oh, already read that one. Yeah. Yeah. When Wayne told me about the halal meat and told me why, I thought that was kind of nice. I mean, you're still killing the animal, but it's not for industry. It's not to mass produce. It's being done for local then and there, you know, which is the way it should be. If you kill it, you eat it. You don't kill it, package it, send it off, and whatever doesn't get sold, you mark it down, and if it still doesn't sell, you throw it in a trash can. That's what pisses me off. It's like industry since what, 1955? You started seeing mass production of bullshit, grocery store chains instead of just local stores. You had grocery store chains, and by the 60s, you had the mass production of the meats in the early 60s, and it just was wasteful. Very, yeah, adrenalized meat. They think it's better, and I just think it's sick. It doesn't make a difference as far as I'm concerned, but it's the peaceful thing you were talking about just feels better. I would prefer not to terrorize the animal. The animal still knows it's about to die. I think that's horrible. Um, these animals aren't stupid. They know they're about to die. But if they can keep the animal calm, then the animal coming up right behind him won't be as terrified. You hope. You can hope. They send them live to be terrified, then abused when they land in Indonesia. Isn't that terrible? It's awful. I belong to a banned live export group here. I think that's terrible when they live, you know, when they ship live animals like that just to have them killed when they get to where they're going. I mean, just big industry fucking sucks. Just they're greedy. They make too much money. Nobody should have that much money. No one person, no, I don't care if you're the CEO, I don't care. No one human being should have that much money. At the end of it all, we don't live that long. Look how many people they could help. Community's a dead thing. Community doesn't exist anymore. Literally, community has been narrowed down to a neighborhood or a group of friends online. This is our little community. Community is so much more than that. It's so big. That's why Doug says if we ever won the lottery, I wouldn't be allowed to handle the money because I would give it all away by accident, but I would still give it all away. Ever seen how the Chinese treat animals? Yes, and I don't want to think about it, especially the dogs and the cats. I've seen the videos. I just, oh, I don't want to go there. I've seen it too. Yeah, I've seen it. Kitty. This is my new forever kitty because, as y'all know, Kitty Girl passed away. My blind kitty, the last stream that I did, you know, she was on at the end, and then my stream just bleeped out when she came over to me. The next morning, she passed away. We had to have her put down. She was in bad shape. It turned out to be, God, and I know the vet told me it was her heart. It generated blood clots, and the blood clots got down to her legs and stopped in her femur, the lowest point, and just femoral artery, her femoral artery, and the pain is excruciating. She was in so much pain. Um, so we had to take her down and have her put down. She was 16 and blind. Have a good night at work, Derek, because you're always at fucking work. Later, Gator. That motherfucker works to death. But yeah, it was a lot of money just to euthanize one cat. But she was bad. I mean, on top of being blind, she was unable to use her legs at all at that point. It just out of the blue the night before. I mean, she was on my stream. You guys saw her. She was fine. And actually, now that once she, hindsight, once the next day happened, I was looking back and thinking she had been a little bit more anxious to be close to me for about 2 days. And the vet had said, you may have noticed that she was acting different because it doesn't hit all of a sudden, but the cat doesn't know what to make of it. And I was like, no, not really. But then it was after I wasn't upset anymore and I'd been thinking about it and I remembered the stream and I thought she had been coming to me a lot and wanting me at odd times to hold her. Like she was confused. She was really confused. She didn't understand. She was feeling something in her legs. She was still able to walk at that point. But by the next morning, she was completely unable to walk. And she was crying out a lot. Just screaming out. Miserable. And as soon as the guy told me that she was sedated, she wasn't dead, but she was sedated, I felt better instantly. I mean, like, I was like, okay, because I was just gushing, just freaking, I was a saturated basket case. When he walked in the door, I went, okay, thank you, hurry, 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 hurry. Now, 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 do it now, do it now. I was like, get her gone, end this for her now, end her pain. And I didn't even have a chance to really say bye. All right, I'm going to end this. I got to go too. I do this shit to myself every time. Well, thank y'all for coming in, but yeah. I'm a baby. I can't help it. But I'm glad she's not hurting anymore. That was hard. That was really fucking hard to watch. And I got her into the vet the moment I could. Like, the moment. Well, you guys have a good night. I'm not deleting this. There's no reason to. I'm going to leave this up. But, and my heart goes out to anyone out there who's lost a pet recently. Or lost a pet they've had forever. Because I had her for 16 years. But, anyway, you guys have a great night. And thanks for coming in to talk to me. But it is 4 o'clock here. And I've done it to myself again. If it ain't the pets, it's the kids. But that's what happens when you live life, I guess. You guys have a really great night. Bye.